So what's up? What's going on, guys? Welcome to JA News.
It's up.
Today's episode is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. So we got a first look at a never before seen Yeezy. So it looks like it has began as more of these unreleased pairs are starting to pop up, but what are our chances that this pair could actually get an official release? We're also going to be covering the latest sneaker updates, and it looks like Supreme's creative director has called it quits after just a short 2-season run. So it looks like the Tremendous era is officially a wrap. So stay tuned, guys. We got all that plus more, and it's coming right up next. So you can catch brand new episodes of JA News weekdays right here, so be sure to subscribe. Now, to kick things off, we got a very first look at an unreleased, never before seen Yeezy. So pictured here, we got the black 450 slide. So the origins of this image actually come from Yeezy designer Kitty Shookman herself, who is actually credited as the designers or one of the designers that helped bring this Yeezy design to life. So these black joints right here go crazy. I've been ranting and raving about the cream pair, which just dropped this month. So I would definitely love to add this black pair to the collection. So one of the critiques for this model is that the 450 slides design is a little more feminine. I've heard some people say that these should only be worn by women. So let me ask you guys, for this black version, do you feel like it makes this model appeal to a wider audience? Or is it just the design and no colorway could change your mind about that? For me personally, I don't see it, and I feel like this black pair is a must-have for my collection. So let me ask you guys, are they gonna call these the 450 slide Onyx? They're gonna call these joints the Granites or Slate Gray or what? Let me know down below. But as far as an unreleased model actually getting an official release from Adidas, if you would have asked me that question last month, I would have told you there's absolutely no way it could happen. But how we just saw these 450 creams just kind of drop out of nowhere, I feel like the possibilities are endless. So I'm really hoping that this is not just a one-of-one sample and that this pair actually went into some type of production run, even if it was at a minimal capacity. I wouldn't even be mad if Adidas decided to drop these kind of like how they dropped the high-res orange Quantums, which felt like they were extremely limited. Just go ahead and put these out for the people, because in my opinion, these joints go absolutely crazy and would be a must-have. So you'd have to imagine that there's so many of these unreleased, pairs just sitting around in a warehouse somewhere. It's just kind of up to Adidas if these pairs are ever gonna actually see the light of day. So as far as Kitty Shookman herself, I believe nowadays it seems as though she's been doing a little more like freelance design, working with different companies. I know she recently teamed up with Zellerfield to bring us the Amoeba Baby, which you guys can actually purchase right now through their website. But as far as her future with Yeezy, it's kind of unknown at this time. I know recently she was out in Japan around the same time Ye was out there, so it kind of brought people to speculate that she's probably still designing for the team. So we'll have to see what the future holds. But in terms of these 450 black slides, you guys already know I gotta have these for the collection. So let me know if you are feeling these, what other colorways you would like to see in the 450 slides. Stay tuned, guys. We got more sneaker updates, but first, a word from today's sponsor. So Surfshark, it's an easy to use VPN app which works on all of your devices, protecting your IP address from people that you don't want to have it. So that could obviously include hackers, advertisers trying to solicit you, or maybe you just want a completely private browsing experience. So not only is Surfshark great for privacy, but it also allows you to change your server location to pretty much any location in the entire world. But why would anyone want to change their server location, and why would they find that feature useful? Well, great question. Let's say that you want to bypass a region firewall that's placed over some specific content. So for example, your favorite streaming service has a movie that's only available in the UK, but obviously you're in the US. So all you have to do is change your server location to the UK and boom, you have access to all of that region locked content. So if you yourself would like to try Surfshark VPN, feel free to use the link in the description down below. What are you waiting for? And if you would like 3 months free, be sure to use code John Alexander at checkout. And thank you once again to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring today's video. And as far as today's big Nike sneakers app launch, we had the release of the KD3 Easy Money, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is a brand new colorway, but of a retro model. And I know Kevin Durant and Nike, they've had a lot of success over the years, but let me ask you guys, were these sneakers really that good for them to bring them out the vault and for Nike to give them the retro treatment? Now, I know people have been going crazy for all of these Kobe models, but do you feel like Nike can even have a fraction of that success bringing back some of these retro KD models? And what's up with this $130 retail price point? If I'm not mistaken, I believe when these joints dropped back in the day, they were like under $90. And I believe one of the main things about the Kevin Durant shoes was that they were affordable. So what's up with this price increase? And speaking of Kevin Durant, it looks like we got official images of new colorways for the upcoming KD 16, which is set to make its debut this coming NBA season. So of course, you know, Nike has plans to drop a whole bunch of different colorways for the newest model for the NBA superstar, of course highlighted by his famous Aunt Pearl colorway. What are your thoughts on the upcoming KD 16? I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I feel like a lot of these Nike basketball models are all just starting to blend together, and I don't know, but I'm feeling like this pair right here is definitely giving me like old school Nike penny vibes, specifically the penny 2. So let me know your thoughts on these. Be on the lookout for these to drop in the coming months for a retail of $160. And we got a first look at the new J Balvin Jordan 3s. We heard about this pair a couple of months back. I want to say maybe even just like last month, but now we got the first official look from J Balvin himself debuting these on the New York City hard court. So let me ask you guys, what are your very first impressions of these joints? I gotta say, for me, taking it back to my Jordan days, I would have to say that this sneaker right here is not it. It's giving like bootleg, it's giving flea market, knockoff type of vibes. And I gotta say, these joints right here are so ugly that it's making me like the white pair even that much more. But I'm sure by the time these drop, Jordan Brand will find a great way to attach some, you know, elite level storytelling to draw us all into this pair. But anyways, be on the lookout for these dropping summer of 2024. And then of course we have the debut white Medellin Sunset colorway, which is set to drop at the end of next month. And lastly, before we get up out of here, it's being reported by Complex that Supreme's creative director Tremaine Embry is actually going to be stepping down from his position just after recently being appointed the title early last year. So he just completed 2 collections for the brand. Of course, Tremaine is most known for his brand Denim Tears. Now, while I haven't really followed Supreme closely in recent years, I would have to say that I feel like his work with the brand so far has been a lot better than some of the pieces that we've seen, you know, coming from Supreme in recent. And while Tremaine has yet to make an official statement, he did say in a recent interview that I would caution kids who care about the validation of these big conglomerates and media giants, because these conglomerates are banks. LVMH is a bank, Kering Group is a bank, Paramount's a bank. This is late stage capitalism. These institutions will finance a designer, an artist, a band, a director, a writer, or whatever to make them get more money than what they put in. If you seek their validation because so-and-so made you creative director, you're losing. In fact, you've already lost. But if you seek validation, firstly, in yourself, and secondly, in the community that you care about and who cares about you, you've got a chance to live a life with regret. So this is a very interesting quote from Tremaine, which it seems as though he's starting to face a similar struggle that we heard Ye complain a lot about last year. And it's real interesting to hear this from him, being as that him and Ye had such a big public feud last year. So it seems as though Tremaine, he's getting a little taste of his own medicine. So all I gotta say is gotcha. But let me know your thoughts. It seems as though Tremaine is having some conflicts with some of the higher ups. But in terms of Supreme, I just feel like over the years, as time goes on, the brand just continues to get more and more watered down. And I'm not even sure if there's anybody that can really save face. So who would you like to see as the next creative director over at Supreme? Give me all of your thoughts on all of the topics covered today. And if you guys would like to check out today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN, be sure to check out my link down below. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Love.